To put it simply, this docuseries can be summed up in 3 words: Blackness, belonging, and connection. In the summer of 2022, when the world was still recovering from COVID-19, we gathered at the historic Dunbar Pavilion in Tucson, Arizona, and created a space with the intention of bringing Black strangers together to recover and restore and to reflect through intergenerational conversations. Here are their stories.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
Officially.
Right. Officially.
So tell me about yourself.
Marquez Johnson, 36. I use he, him pronouns. Feel like I'm a Tucsonan now, so. I am an instructor for the School of Dance at the University of Arizona, and literally dance is what I do all day, every day. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Myron, and I'm 27, and I've been a Tucsonian for 3 years. Now I'm an entertainer. I dance, I sing, I act, but I'm also into activism. For a few months, I was doing health insurance for the state of Maine. I'm just really into helping people and making sure people are okay.
Where have you lived? What brought you to Tucson? Well, for me, growing up in Phoenix, coming here for school, I didn't want to go to ASU because everybody else was going there, and that was just not the thing for me. But I've always wanted to come here when I thought I was going to play basketball, but yeah, but fell into dancing more at the end, so.
I was actually in Vegas before I moved here.
Right.
That's just, I know, roommates.
Right, yeah.
Personalities not collaborating, I guess.
Right.
Anywho, yeah, just came out here and started doing the petitions, got that, and felt like that was the avenue to go.
What is life about for you? What do you find most gratifying in your life right now?
Bringing people joy. I want to do as much as I can, but I know that I can't do everything that needs to be done. So when you have the people in power not listening and not making the steps that they're getting paid to make, how do we not scream and riot and, cause a little disruption sometimes?
And with that, not a lot of the information that we need in order to go to make those the processes, a lot of that is not made known to the general public. So in that political climate, they'll know how to handle that, but for us, it just has to, we got to make a lot more noise in order for somebody to be able to give us the tools that we need in order to make that happen, unfortunately.
What piece of advice would you give someone who is thinking of moving here in Tucson?
Give it time. I find that those that I've met that have come to town go and see the different hikes or different nature points or environment or museums or something like that. That helps. I'm big on getting people to go up to Tumamoc because it's finding the beauty, the nature first, and then at least that's what's helped me.
So it was kind of easy for me to get integrated because my family has been here for 30 plus years. The advice I would give someone coming here is Google something to do in Tucson, and there are things to do.
I'll talk about what's bringing you joy lately. Just making other people happy.
This is kind of along the lines of what we're talking about, but what values would you like to see preserved? And which ones are you happy to see us shifting out of?
I enjoy that right now there's a lot more work happening in bringing different types of people together. I think one of my favorite events in town is the Tucson Meet Yourself. Not only because of all the food, I love all the food, but there's lots of differing communities and people that I didn't know that we had here or the numbers that we have here, and being able to just talk with them. There's a lot more that we can gain when we allow ourselves and allow others to be able to share with those other bits.
I guess from my own perspective, the inclusion is trying to grow.
Right.
And the city's trying to grow, which I appreciate, so they're trying.
What does Blackness mean to you? What has shaped your Blackness?
So, Blackness means to me is another race that shouldn't be more or less than the other.
Right.
I appreciate the history that we have, not just the struggle going day by day. I realize that my Blackness is not viewed in the same way as everyone else. So I have to navigate with that.
I agree with your sentiment that the way that you have your Blackness is different from everyone that's around you. Within our family, the bigger family in general, I was the proper one, and I spoke well, and Blackness for me is ever changing. Just kind of navigating what the different experiences that I've had within the family and other communities that I'm in, and how just accepting what that means for me and my own Blackness in a way.
Do you feel you have access to Black community here in Tucson? And if so, where?
Actually, it's been here at Dunbar, dancing with Barbia in her company and seeing all the different events that's going on with that. Or some of the friendships that I've made for those that have lived here. So I do have access to it. Am I fully involved as I'd like to be? No. But that's, this project and everything else I'm a part of is part of that process for me.
Yeah, I definitely do feel like I have access to a Black community here since I'm a part of the Tucson Urban League.
Right.
I don't involve myself too much in too many communities, but like you're saying, doing these types of things, having these types of conversations, it's at least getting the ball rolling.
Right.
And I'm glad to be a part of that.
In what groups, spaces, activities do you feel a sense of belonging? What drew you to those groups, spaces, activities?
I will say socialism, because I agree with it.
Right.
I know everybody doesn't, but just seeing where the needs need to be met.
Right.
We're just kind of all this community helping each other out, sort of thing. I know that's not like the basis of socialism, but that's what it is for me, and those are my values. So, and that's what I see in the values of socialism. Yeah.
Well, and with the work that you're doing, it seems like you're the type that's able to kind of make those connections for those other individuals that might need that extra little.
Or lead them in the right direction.
Right. That's what I was trying to, leading them there. There we go.
How about for you?
I've been at the U of A in the School of Dance for since 2004, and that's where I felt the most trust and I felt welcomed there. Even though I was one of, what was the diversity numbers at that time? Very low, very low. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but it's just the generational gaps with our students and our instructors. And they're just butting heads right now. Yeah, they want it this way, they want it this way. And so
But
it's just,
work.
and then I'm in the middle like, what are we doing? So I'm like, Mom, Dad, what's going on? Like, I'm gonna go and get some ice cream. I don't know, I'll come back and let's see what's going on.
What do you love and dislike about Tucson?
What I love about Tucson is me being here for so long. There's so many different things that I've found on accident. Small little bits, like Turtle Pond, that's on the U of A campus, and there's greenery around, and you just sit and you just watch, and it just puts a smile on your face. So it's finding those small little treasures in Tucson that nobody really knows. I love that. What I dislike about Tucson that's happening so much more now is the shooting that's going on 4th Ave in downtown. Like to have as much fun as I can, and unfortunately a lot of people go out looking for chaos.
I would say the same thing. What I love about Tucson is you can easily just go out in nature, hike, and you can find the little holes in the wall and things like that. And there's really beautiful art to be seen. And but what I dislike about Tucson is it's not as lively or not as, I don't know.
They're like downtown, they're making an effort of making it, there's a lot of people that still call Tucson a town.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make it a big old city.
Phoenix is a city.
Right.
Tucson is trying.
It's like, oh, good
Good
job.
Good try. Or where did you see yourself at my age, 27?
27. I was teaching high school. I was teaching at Flowing Wells High School. I thought I had it figured out. I wish I would have taken more time in my career. And then for me, being at 36, where do you see yourself?
Still, being a freelance artist, hopefully landing auditions and
Right.
hopefully letting that snowball get bigger and bigger. And
Right, yeah.
let us see how big it gets.
Indeed. What do you think is the biggest difference between you and I? Or what are the commonalities?
I think the biggest difference is probably our age. Because we have a lot of commonalities.
Right, yeah.
We both are artists. We both have similar aspects on Blackness and the Black perspective, and we know that Black perspectives are different.
Right. Yeah, definitely with the positivity aspect of trying to give that onto others. I feel like you're more more savvy with politics, but it's awesome that you're comfortable in that and able to have those conversations and have that in a beneficial way. All right, final question. What do you appreciate about the person across from you? What do you appreciate about yourself?
What I appreciate about you, Marquez, is that you are a light amongst the darkness. So I guess those virtues that I appreciate in you, I also appreciate in myself.
Right. What I appreciate about you is you being open to the different experiences and genuinely listening to others, and just kind of just their experiences are their experiences, and no judgment of that. But we can learn from it and use it to better our situations. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. This was awesome, Myron.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Very pleasurable.
Yeah, for sure.